It's pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they may not have made the jump they were hoping to this season, but they were in 5th place in the East with still more than enough time to climb a few additional spots. LeBron James in action tonight. Doesn't always log the same minutes he used to, but Shaq, if the game is close, last 2 minutes, he really puts fear in your heart.
Well, LeBron can't be stopped physically, even at his age. When he's in the zone, it's nothing you can do.
I agree. He can win close games with his offense. Then he can stop you on a defensive end in a close game. He's the most unique guy that can do everything the game possibly has ever seen.
And now we send you to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. And along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And alongside us tonight, we have a very special guest you're going to enjoy. 5-time NBA champion, 9-time all-defensive first-team selection. Laker legend, the terrific Kobe Bryant. Kobe, great to see you. We're so excited to have you.
No, thank you. I wouldn't miss a chance to stop by and call a game with you guys.
You still watch a lot, don't you?
I do. I'm a big fan.
They'll play this one here in Los Angeles before the Lakers head back to the road. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Man, they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know how much of a trailblazer LeBron James has been. He's taken charge of his own free agency to ensure that he is almost always on a contender. He has made it clear he has no interest in being around mediocrity. Kevin?
You're right, D.A. He wants rings and nothing less. Kobe, a lot of guys would keep written notebooks on team styles, individual players. Some do it mentally. What did you do?
I used to do that too at the start, and then I started kind of looking at the lineage of coaches and started figuring out that most of them come from the same coaching pedigree. Therefore, the defensive packages are pretty much the same.
So you study coaches.
Well, yeah, because the defensive schematics are all the same. Like, if you look around now, how many Popovich disciples do you have?
A lot.
Right, so you're essentially playing against the same defensive strategy that you would see against a Popovich team. The same offensive philosophy that you see from a Popovich team. Right, so it's all consistent. It's all there.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Wade and Richardson, the two wing. Winslow is out there with Whiteside, and it's Lillard in at the 1. Lakers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
It's the all-around game of LeBron James. Dominant scorer, great rebounder, incredible passer, and an intense defender when he wants to be.
Second free throw, no good. To the paint, here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Here's Hart, covered by Winslow. Hart kicks to Kuzma. Miami grabs the miss. Passes it to Richardson. Feeds it to Wade. A beautiful reverse layup.
Are you surprised that Dwayne Wade is going to score that far in the paint? I'm not.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Rondo passes to McGee. Here's Hart. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Right side, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
After 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many people. Who is most like you among guys you played with, who you would have said, this guy is like-minded? Like would Derek Fisher fit that category?
Yeah, D-Fish was tough.
Yeah.
D-Fish was tough. Adam Morrison, actually, believe it or not.
No kidding.
Adam Morrison. It made practices, it drove us because he was competitive in practice. I mean, he tried to play defense. I mean, he couldn't move laterally with the athleticism that most players could. But he was competing hard every single day, man. And he had a lot of competitive fire in him. Oh, yeah, my whole team was built like that. We had a lot of guys that were temperamental. A lot of temperamental guys that you look at and say, you know what? You're not going to win a championship with that group. And we sit back and we laugh to this day. Shannon Brown and I will get together and we'll talk about the old days. We'll just look at each other and say, you know, can you believe we won a championship with a bunch of misfits?
But collectively, I guess, right, there was something that obviously worked.
Yeah, we're all crazy. Yeah. And so, you know, when you take a bunch of crazy and you focus it on one thing, it tends to work out.
There it is, yeah.
There it is.
Another ring.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Here's Richardson, sinks that one from the post. Richardson's got his first 2 points.
Well, Richardson came in shooting threes and thought that might be the only thing he could do. He's no one-trick pony.
And finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron on the alley-oop. Great getting loose on the backside, and what a pass.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now, here's Lillard. He had 22 points in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
The inbound uses the glass to drop it in. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Rondo finds McGee. Rondo with it. Lillard picks him up. James against Whiteside. 5 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Justice Winslow.
You got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up with free throws.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Kobe, when you think of that rough and tumble style of the Pistons and the Knicks in the 80s versus this more wide open style, which style do you appreciate more, and which style was more difficult to play?
Well, personally, I always wanted to play in the 80s because of the defensive rules, the illegal defense rules, where you have to play man-to-man.
Yes.
You can't come in and 2-9 in the paint. There's no zone defenses.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go mano-a-mano. Right, if you're going to double team,
challenge.
oh my gosh, come on now! You can't. People can't hide. Players can't hide. You know, it's a player out there that might not be a good defensive player or doesn't really want to play defense. He can hide. In the 80s, you can't do that.
No hiding.
No, there's no hiding. You're on an island.
Wade dishes to Lillard. 3-pointer. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
A great assist there from LeBron. Going to try to set the table all night.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Lillard kicks to Richardson. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. On baseline, Jay. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And here's McGee. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Rondo passes to McGee. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Here's Wade. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Drawing contact is a skill, and Dwayne Wade is a master.
The Heat shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
First free throw is good.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
And both free throws good for Wade. And Kobe, you look at the different styles and different approaches that teams employ. How much input did you have to say, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is how I think we should play?
Yeah, well, that was the beauty about Phil's system. The triangle is that the players had to take the responsibility of making it what it was. Right? He gave us a format to play out of, and he gave us the structure. But within that structure, you have a myriad of options.
Right.
And it's our responsibility, it was Michael's and Scotty's responsibility, to figure out how to put Luke Longley, how to put Derek Fisher in the right spot on the floor to take advantage of the defense that you're facing.
Sounds complicated.
No, but you know, when you look at it, like the triangle, it spells things out very simplistically because you have rules. Right. When you have rules, then it's very easy to say, okay, when this happens, this happens. When that happens, this happens. Right? So it makes the game very, very easy to measure. And so things don't happen on accident. Right? They happen with intent.
That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
You can't allow Dwayne Wade to slash his way to the rim. That is where he is at his very best.
Rondo kicks to LeBron. 16 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. LeBron's got 6.
When a guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Popped up there for Wade.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Clippers.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
Rondo kicks to Hart. Off target with his 3.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
The Heat leading by 6. There's Winslow. Lays it up off the glass. Winslow's got his first points in this one. Let's talk about something that I know fascinates basketball fans, Kobe, having that competitive streak, which is something that runs deep for you. Talk about the desire to dominate and completely destroy your opponent.
Well, it's the spirit of competition, right? I don't think you're doing anybody any service by going out there and competing half-heartedly. Right? If you truly respect the person that you're facing, then the right thing to do is to compete as hard as you possibly can against them to bring the best out of them. And that's on both ends of the floor. It can't be a one-way dominant play. You can't just compete on the offensive end and take it off on the defensive end. You got to play both sides of the ball.
Your motor never stopped. I mean, that's from our perspective on the sideline, watching you play on both ends of the floor, like you said.
Yeah, you got to keep going. And to do that, you have to train really, really hard in the off-season. Yeah, that's a lot of conditioning. It's a lot of weight training, right? You have to train in extraordinary ways in order to do extraordinary things.
Now, here's LeBron. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
And, guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Stevenson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Here's Lillard. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. With a whole new group on the floor.
And taking a look now at the stats for LeBron James. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging 22 points per, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Yep, that one goes.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Rondo kicks to Stevenson. Now the pass to LeBron. Out to Ingram. 5 to shoot. Over Johnson. And he overshot that one, missing. Well, Heat leading by 6. Kobe, in other sports, I mean, people always admire the mind of Peyton Manning playing in the NFL. Tom Brady, the way he thinks the game through. I compare you to that. Did you have that same kind of fascination in other sports with the great players that were similar to you in basketball?
Yeah, we used to get together. I remember the first time I met Peyton was at an Orlando Magic game, 99. Came in the locker room. We were just getting started. So I was just asking questions about his process and stuff. We started going to mock cover 2 and and I was like, we went on for like a good 5 minutes. When he was done, I said, Peyton, I don't understand anything you just said. Right? But he spoke at a level of detail that was beyond fascinating.
You were impressed by that?
Yes, which then leads to more questions. Like Tom and I talk often about that stuff too, and how much we love the game, how much we love the process and the attention to every little detail. It's fun to be around, no matter the industry.
Now here's Waiters following the missed shot by James Johnson. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. The Lakers second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
He makes the first.
Well, we know about him being the 4th overall pick in the draft, and Waiters still trying to find a role on this team.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Lakers trail by 8. And here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Johnson against Beasley. Over Johnson. Stevenson trying to free himself up. No good from Beasley. And here are the Heat. They're on a 14-6 run. Johnson outside. Kicks to Curry. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Stevenson. Now the Lakers on the break. Stevenson leading the charge. Outside Rondo. Ingram against Waiters. The feed now to Stevenson. Over Johnson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Well, Heat leading by 8. And for those of us who have never played at this level, it must be a thrill to contend against the best in the world. Also with that comes a lot of pressure. How do you handle the balance between enjoying the game and the pressure that's on you in the game?
I never felt pressure. I'm not really sure what that is. You'll have moments where you'll make game-winning shots and it's fantastic.
Never nervous.
No. At times you can miss it, and then people won't like you very much. Mm-hmm. But then the next game, you hit a game game winner and everybody loves you. And then you miss the next one and everybody don't like you again. Right? So why would I stress out over quote-unquote pressure? It doesn't make any sense to me.
How about the responsibility to your teammates and to your own built-in pressures to perform like Kobe Bryant?
Even that, right? Even that. There'll be games where you make them and your teammates are thanking you for it. Times when you miss it and your teammates are like, dang, man, you got to do better. Right? So it's ebbs and flows all the time. And internally, I just do what I practice. So there's no reason for me to be nervous or apprehensive because I've done this shot thousands and thousands and thousands of times. I just have to do it one more time.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Heat getting the bucket. Shot clock at 5. Stevenson draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in.
One shot.
That free throw good from Lance Stevenson. The Heat leading by 7. Kicks it to Waiters. Heat moving the ball around. Curry passes to Adebayo. Waiters up top. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Ingram outside. Poke loose. It's stolen by Curry. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone.
Like it when there's aggressive play from Johnson. He definitely gets hit right there and still takes it to the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First one falls for him. And Johnson drops them both.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Now Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Has to be over Johnson. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so it's Miami holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We come back right after this. Now you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, their efforts have been rewarded here after one. Winning the battle over second chance points has them ahead on the scoreboard.
On the court for the Heat, we've got Johnson. Adebayo is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Dion Waiters, and it's Curry in at the point guard position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. Kobe, the NBA right now is trying to spread this game worldwide, even more so by developing basketball academies. But is enough being done, in your opinion, to develop players right here in the United States?
No. You shouldn't have players that can't shoot free throws.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have players that can't shoot. Like,
We seem to talk about that a lot.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, at what point when you're starting out playing basketball at the age of 10, 12, does a coach not say, come here, son, let me teach you how to shoot the ball? How does that not happen? You know what I mean? And I think it's just, coaches see a player that's extremely athletic. He's bigger than all the other 13-year-olds. He runs faster. He can dunk at 13. But the coach is like, just do that because we want to win today's game. Just dominate him. Just dunk. And you wind up hurting your kid.
Right.
As opposed to taking your time to develop their game and help them be well-rounded.
Here is Stevenson following the score by Miami. A three-pointer, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Johnson kicks to Adebayo. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
Here's Curry. It's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Heat.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that back court.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Johnson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And the Lakers call time here.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
With some changes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Beasley. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Hart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Kuzma. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Hart the pass to Stevenson. Over Johnson. To halt the run, and the jumper is on the mark. 7 points for Lance Stevenson.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And the Heat call time here.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. Winslow comes in for Dion Waiters. Richardson, he's checked in for Tyler Johnson. And Lillard subbed in for Curry. Now, here's Whiteside. Richardson with it. 29 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Whiteside, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Lillard against Stevenson. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hart kicks to Kuzma. Here's Zubac. Rebound by the Heat.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Now here's Winslow. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Here's Adebayo. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's good.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Lillard from outside connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 5 now.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Now, here's Stevenson. He's got 7. Pass to Bjelica. Hart kicks to Kuzma. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Winslow up top, guarded by Kuzma. Winslow finds Lillard. Shoots the 3, and the Heat, another 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Lakers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Passes it to Stevenson. Richardson the pass to Lillard. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, sometimes you got to take a picture and understand what the defense is giving up, and Lillard took advantage there.
And the Lakers call time here. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And I felt like they came out of that with a terrific game plan, especially on the offensive end.
The defense seemed to be swirling and guessing about where the attack was coming from, inside, outside, and in transition.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Bjelica. And so it's the Lakers with it. LeBron kicks to McGee. Kuzma passes to LeBron. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 10. A three-pointer off the mark. LeBron outside. And there's the pass to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to James. Kuzma's got 5 points so far.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting burned.
Now, here's Richardson. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And Stevenson kicks to Hart. He feeds it to LeBron. Back to Hart. Wide open look. And there's another one for the Lakers. And the Heat call time here. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. Miami's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Here's Lillard, and that one off the back of the rim and in. He's got 12.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
A bit of a numbers game. More boards, obviously, meaning more possession. And that's been reflected tonight in the score.
Kept alive. There's Winslow. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's LeBron. 8 points for him. Misses the 3. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Winslow wide open. He fires. The three-pointer is right on target. Winslow's got 7 points. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. James finds Randolph. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Whiteside trying to break free, and Lillard gets it to go.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Stevenson passes to LeBron. And they double up James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Justice Winslow.
I don't think anybody guards LeBron without fouling him. It's a matter of him convincing the referees it's enough contact.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, LeBron.
And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Los Angeles. Both free throws good from James. Miami's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Inside, Whiteside, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. McGee in the high post. Hart kicks to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randolph. Count it from 12. Randolph's got his second basket of the game.
That's a staple of Randolph's game there, stepping out a little bit more as his career has gone on, but a good mid-range shooter.
Pass to Winslow. Wade outside. Stolen. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Rondo. And 12 points for LeBron.
Well, it looks like he's got just one of those good feels tonight. That means trouble for the opponent.
Down low, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. In third, the Lakers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Here's Hart. Wade is covering. LeBron against Richardson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And let's check out stats for Lillard. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Right around 21 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
Here's Wade. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Wade's got 12 in the game.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
I'd like to give a big thank you once again to Kobe Bryant for coming by, and feel free anytime to drop by and join our broadcast.
Thank you, man. It's been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
And Brent, we know just how competitive Kobe was as a player, and it's always nice to hear a more reflective side of him when he joins us here in the booth.
Funny the things that you notice, Kevin, when you're in the booth here versus the role that you play as a player, especially for a guy who lives and breathes basketball like Kobe Bryant.
Here's Hart after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Hart kicks to Randolph. Rondo scanning the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from 3-point range.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wade up top, 14 points for him. Here's Lillard, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
James in the post over Richardson, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Miami ahead, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. James, they played very well, but you guys really took them out of that. How did that happen?
Yeah, you know, we talked about how they're on a roll. So our second group wanted to come out, give the energy to the first group, and just do our game, play our game. No expectations, just go out and play hard.
You really backed them up. Thanks a lot, James. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Heat?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate.
Right. When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Smart is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's James in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, Well, this Heat team is a collection of a hodgepodge of players, just interesting combinations, guys who can switch all over the floor. But I think they're still trying to find out what their role is. Who's going to end up stepping up to be the scorer that they lean on.
Green.
And they try to be greater than the sum of their parts under Erik Spoelstra. Some nights they are.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And here's Richardson. He's got 5. Lillard from outside. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the Heat culture, not for everyone certainly, intense practices, lot of preparation, demanding fitness standards. There's a lot to digest.
Well, Pat Riley is still around, isn't he, Kevin? So with that fact, Erik Spoelstra doesn't stray too far from what it is that brought Pat Riley a ton of success in Miami in setting up that culture and that sort of work mentality on a daily basis. You've got to be tough and you've got to be willing to work if you're in Miami.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. James in the post. Richardson covering. LeBron trying to free himself up. Hard. That's good.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Wade, right side. Back to Lillard. And it's Wade in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Rondo wide open. A 3-pointer off the mark. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Richardson against LeBron. Pass to Kuzma. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got 6 rebounds in the game. Richardson against James. Lillard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Winslow. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists tonight.
All those hours in the offseason working on the catch-and-shoot jumper, it pays off there. When he shoots it with confidence, it looks good.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Ingram in for James. Hart kicks to Kuzma. To Hart. Ingram outside. 4 on the shot clock. And again, the Lakers no good.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Heat moving the ball around. Passes it to Winslow. Got a hand on it. Here's Hart. 7 points in the game. Ingram outside. Fires, high post. Bucket is good. Ingram's got his first bucket in this one.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency.
And the basket by Lillard.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Ingram attacking. Over Richardson. The offensive rebound. Here's Zubac, and he lays it straight in.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 19. to the inside. Wade. That's tipped. Ingram outside. Lillard against Rondo. It's Ingram on the wing. Over Richardson. And the shot is long. He'd have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Winslow at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10. Now Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
They can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
Deflects the pass. Here's Hart. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Zubac. Ingram outside. Shoots over Winslow, and that one's good. Ingram's got his second basket of the game.
The shot-making ability of Ingram, persistent in how he attacks the defense.
To the paint, and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. Some changes for the Lakers. Beasley comes in for Kyle Kuzma, and Lance Stevenson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Heat, Bam Adebayo comes in for Hassan Whiteside, and it's Johnson in for Josh Richardson. Heat on D. Beasley kicks to Zubac. Stevenson against Johnson. Johnson with the block.
Well, if you can use that athleticism on offense, why not try it on defense? James Johnson putting his 7'1" wingspan to great use.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 19. Johnson finds Wade, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays, as this is a team that is looking to win now.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. You think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need the stats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Yeah. Thank you. Here's Beasley after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken second overall back in 2016, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
first one falls for him. And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram certainly has the makeup and skills to be a first option on offense. And when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence. And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. And Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end. And LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
And it's Lillard missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ingram passes to Hart, and that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Lillard. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Boston. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Miami, 5.5 games behind.
And, you know, for the Heat, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Stevenson against Wade. It's intercepted. Here's Hart. He's got 9. He kicks it to Beasley. In the corner, it's Ingram. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Ingram's got 10 points in just the second half.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now here's Winslow. He's got 13. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the line. Rebound the Lakers. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 16-7 run. And that one's good. Ingram.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Lillard kicks to Winslow. 1:57 left in the third. Double teamed on Wade. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's the Lakers with it. LA's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Randolph finds Beasley. Ingram outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. Then on Saturday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets.
And looking at that Nets matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And that one falls for Ingram. Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spo has done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Eric Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
Now here's Waiters. 8 points for him. Curry against Stevenson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A moment here to see the numbers for Ingram. Averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job.
Shots.
The numbers bear that out.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Curry. And the Heat committing a lot of money for this hard-working bunch. Brent, how do they improve from this point on?
Now it's about player development, Kevin, taking advantage of the off-season, making sure the guys are improving upon their weaknesses and staying sharp with their strengths. They're going to have to find a few more diamonds in the rough out there to add to this roster and maybe set themselves up in free agency to lure somebody down the South Beach. And we'll see if they can do that. The front office tends to get creative in that way.
LA has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Stevenson passes to Bielitz. That ball, high speed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 3 assists in the game. Miami's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ingram, wide open. Again, the Lakers.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Miami leading by 23. To the inside, Adebayo, and he dunks it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Back to Stevenson. Outside Randolph, just 5 on the clock. On its way from Beasley for 2. Curry with the defensive effort.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
The Heat have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Dion Waiters taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. James with a deep 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Miami ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Lakers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. On the floor for Miami, Johnson is out there with Dion Waiters. And it's Tyler Johnson, then it's Curry, and it's Adebayo in at the 5. Now here's Stevenson. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson kicks to Waiters. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen, in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Sinks the triple.
Let's face it, with this guy, it is bombs away every chance he gets. You got to get up on Waiters.
On the wing, Stevenson. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Miami. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Johnson finds Johnson. And here is Waiters. Beasley left side.
Yeah, easy call.
This Laker team led by LeBron didn't need a lot of time to adjust to one another. Greg, a great start to the season for them.
You would think with all the youth and the vets, they would need some time to gel. Team has got off to a hot start, though, and their focus has been terrific. Not a surprise LeBron has everyone falling in line.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. If there's been a shortcoming for the Heat, Brent, it's at the offensive end.
The shooting percentages aren't bad, but it just feels like with their mismatch of talent, who is it that's going to step to the forefront and be the guy they rely on for consistent scoring? One thing you look at, too, Kevin, they really don't get to the line all that much, and second chance points kind of hold them back.
One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base. He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Kicks it to Waiters. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Waiters got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Heat. It's Bjelica, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
It's Curry with the drive, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
One shot.
Free throw good by Curry. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey, advertising more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive.
Yeah, some teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jersees.
Or
but
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
Kicks it to Stevenson, 14 feet away, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Raiders no luck.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We love the sneakers these players wear. Now so many different styles. A lot of different signature shoes out there.
I'm not really a sneakerhead myself, Kevin. I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole. But I know some guys in the league, and we've seen photos of their closets at home filled with
hundreds.
Not hundreds. I've seen guys pushing thousands of pairs of shoes. Now that is dedication.
Worth a lot of money.
No doubt about it. And some of the guys, Kevin, don those specialty sneakers in big-time games. And the one guy that comes to mind for me is P.J. Tucker. Lots of play from P.J. Tucker about some of the things that he strapped on last year during the finals.
And Miami making a change here. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. Josh Richardson comes in for Waiters. Wayne Wade's checked in for Johnson. And Lillard subbed in for Curry. Good on both. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Lillard, the pass to Wade. Oh, Whiteside in position. That one's not going to go. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Stevenson left side. Lakers working the ball around now. Over Lillard. And the basket by Stevenson. Miami's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Whiteside finds Wade, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Look, I know everybody wants to play point guard, but when Whiteside starts to do it, look out.
Stevenson against Richardson. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
Free throw, good, Beasley. He'd have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And Lillard kicks to Adebayo. Wade outside. Wade double team. 6 to shoot. Lillard scanning the floor, and he gets the bucket. Lillard's got 21.
He's just such a dynamite scorer, and for 82 games of a regular season, Lillard's in attack mode.
Pass to Zubac. And it's Beasley in the corner. Pass to Zubac. And it's Beasley in the corner. Over Richardson. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. And so Lillard will bring it up for Miami. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a movie myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up? You have firsthand knowledge of this stuff. Your fingerprints are all over this question.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on, it's an opportunity for guys to go.
It was fun, right? You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing, Kevin. Thank you.
They won, and they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind. It's not a distraction, though. These guys are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Too, right? Helps the league and notoriety and everything else.
Why not?
And here is Los Angeles now after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. 11 feet away. No good on that one. Excellent D from Wade. To the middle.
Oh, Damian Lillard, he's got that score-first mindset, but very encouraging to see how he's trying to set up his teammates as a playmaker right here.
Stevenson right side. Over Wade. And the basket by Stevenson. Stevenson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, not a good idea to leave him alone. He'll make you pay for that mid-range.
And Lillard kicks to Richardson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Feeds it to Stevenson. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Stolen by Zubac. Wade against Stevenson. Kicks it out to Beasley. Back to Stevenson. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as white and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they exactly.
Where's this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor. And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Passes it to Zubac. Lakers passing it around. And it's Stevenson missing. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Wade. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Stevenson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bielitsa passes to Beasley. And the bank shot is good. Beasley's got 9 points now in the quarter. The Heat shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Wade kicks to Lillard. Shoots from 12. It's hauled in by Zubac. LA's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. It's Bielitsa. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Lillard outside. And the pass to Adebayo. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock, and Lillard gets double teamed. The Heat need to get a shot off. Richardson, no luck. The Lakers shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. That shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. Lillard outside. He kicks to Wade. Brett, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple of years talking about how it is they want to approach the games. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. And the Lakers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Lillard with it. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Good D by Rondo. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. It's Bielitsa, stolen by Winslow. Lillard outside. There's the feed to Whiteside. Shoots over Zubac. No good off the back of the rim.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen, too, is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:06 left in the fourth. Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Richardson. Kicks it to Whiteside. Lillard outside. 5 to shoot. From downtown, and the 3 ball is good.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Now, here's Stevenson inside, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
At the line for your Lakers, Michael Beasley. At the line for 2.
Two shots. Last on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. And Beasley drops both of them. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Rondo. Lillard finds Winslow. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shot clock at 5. Here's Lillard, and it's Miami with another.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.